Hello, I am Xarkun, this is World of Warships Legends, and I have a question for you. Have you ever thought to yourself, oh boy, what if I got together with a couple friends and we took out a triple destroyer division, especially a triple destroyer division composed of the most Daka gunboat destroyers in the game, 2 Fletchers and an Akizuki. Have you ever thought that? And have you ever thought to yourself, boy, if I were to be a part of such a division, this division would be the most toxic division to ever terrorize Tier 7 in World of Warships Legends. Well, I've got news for you, if you've ever thought that. Because it is true that triple destroyer divisions, composed of destroyers of any type, torpedo boat destroyers, gunboat destroyers, whatever. Honestly, it might work a little bit better in torpedo boat destroyers. But triple destroyer divisions are indeed toxic. Unfortunately, the irony is, most of the time they're toxic for whatever team gets unlucky enough to be saddled with the triple destroyer division, and that is precisely what is going to happen in this game. We are in the Tier 7 Premium IJN Destroyer Udachi, which I don't play too terribly often, but my win rate has been fluctuating between, by 1% every couple of days for the past week, because I just can't seem to get consistent games up at Tier 7. It seems to just be like a flip of a coin whether or not my team is going to be decent or just completely potato, and then of course I'm prone to my own occasional potato-like mistakes from time to time. Anyway, I thought, I wanted to get a couple wins, so I'd take out the Udachi. Shouldn't be too hard, right? Then I ran into this division of destroyers and came out here toward this Alpha Cap, trying to do a little bit of spotting. Spotted a radar cruiser here, Wichita, Natago earlier. No DDs, though, and none of the cap circles have started to turn red except for the Bravo one, meaning at least one destroyer must be in it. But it's likely that since all of the destroyers are divisioned together, all of the destroyers are in it. Now, keep in mind, I flipped the Alpha Cap. We don't have anybody in the Charlie Cap. The friendly gearing flipped this Bravo Cap before these 3 came in to take it. And I'm pinging the gearing to help me get back and defend it, because he's a gunboat. He can put up a fight with these guys. The 2 Fletchers smoke up and drop spot. The Akizuki is reversing away from them, but he also wants to get inside of their smoke. So I've already launched the torpedoes. Mostly they were intended to go into the Fletcher's smoke screen, but since the Akizuki is going forward, he's basically driven right into them. Somehow we are not able to secure the kill with that torpedo strike. I think it goes to the gearing, and that's fine. Torpedoes going into the Fletcher smoke screen, but I do believe the gearing already finished one off, so only one Fletcher is left. My torpedoes are not going to hit him. Where could he be? Is he going to sail out toward the gearing or come out the other way toward me? Well, I am now approaching the cap, and I get spotted, so he comes out toward me. Kinda scary. I mean, it is a Fletcher. Lots of firepower there, but I've got a smoke screen, and all of the enemy ships are to one side of me, and the Fletcher's the only one that's spotting me. So as long as I put down the smoke screen and turn, I am unspotted. Fletcher, firing his guns with that gearing having a line of sight on him, is still spotted. Gonna shoot at him with my own guns, since I do have them, although they take a long time to turn toward the target, so I don't end up getting too much damage. Fletcher torpedoes avoided, and the Fletcher is down. Just like that, the enemy team's entire destroyer force has been eliminated. And I guarantee you it would have been much harder if A, the 3 of the destroyers hadn't been in a division, or, alternatively, B, the 3 destroyers had not stuck together, put all their eggs in one basket, and died in the same cap circle. Ideally, if you must take out a triple destroyer division and you think, oh boy, we're going to be so toxic, then take out a triple destroyer division and put 1 destroyer in each cap. Piling all your eggs into one basket is pretty much almost never a good idea, and you can see the results here. We still have 2 friendly destroyers alive, me being one of them. Enemy team has none. This is a bit of an abbreviated match in terms of the matchmaking. It's only, what is that, 8 versus 8? Don't think there are 9 ships here. Quirk of the matchmaking thing. Anyway, we are about to have all 3 of the cap circles. The enemy team is about to have none of them, and their hopes for acquiring one as time goes on become less and less, even after the other friendly destroyer is taken out and I am the last destroyer left alive on my team. I'm going to secure this cap, and then I'm going to do something that, unfortunately, I feel like a lot of Udachi players have a hard time doing, and that is show restraint. There are 2 enemy battleships on the team still left alive, a Xarkun first and a Yamato, the original Bureau Project legendary ships, and both of them are fairly healthy, which means both of them have a lot of hit points that I could take and claim for my own with torpedo strikes. Ignore the terrible torpedo launch on the Alaska back behind me. We will just pretend that that did not happen. Anyway, I could go out pursuing those 2 battleships like most Udachis are inclined to do, but instead, I already know this Alaska has used his radar consumable. Instead of going after the Yamato and Xarkun first, I will spot him for my teammates to shoot at. You can see that I've got a couple of friendly HE spamming cruisers shooting at him, whittling him away, and I am spotting them for him. Did lose sight of him momentarily, but, we've regained it. And we're going to allow our teammates to take this guy down. Important thing that we're doing right here, something Udachis don't do enough of, is spot the enemy ships. Cruisers, fairly stealthy. Cruisers, also huge threat to you. If you know a radar cruiser has used his radar consumable and you know it's got a cooldown, he's in a position where nobody but you can spot him, and your spotting him means your teammates can shoot at him, then you should spot him. That is one of the fundamental mechanics to this game, spotting enemy ships, concealment and spotting. Very fundamental 101 concept in destroyers, at least until aircraft carriers are introduced into the game, are the most efficient spotters. The importance of that cannot be overstated. Now, the Yamato, GK, and Wichita are all heading my way. Friendly Baltimore pings me to get back. I do believe that would be a wise course of action, but getting back doesn't mean I can't fire torpedoes at the Yamato, and the Wichita for that matter. I launch 1 set at the Wichita, 1 set at the Yamato, and I am hightailing it out of there. I don't want to be caught by the Wichita's radar. These guys could finish me off with a couple of well-placed salvos. So as much distance between me and the Wichita as possible, that's what I want to do. But torpedoes kill the Wichita, the radar threat is eliminated, and now, at this point, when the game is totally wrapped up, the win is basically 100% guaranteed, assured. Now, I can go out and try to get some damage off of battleships. Hit that Yamato with a torpedo, he damage conned. So, first salvo, we get lucky and we light a fire. Lay down the smoke screen. As we are reversing, Yamato spots us. Smoke screen conceals us. We push it forward and juke the Yamato's shots. Good use of a smoke screen in a Japanese torpedo boat destroyer. Meanwhile, our damage numbers are ticking up. And they're going to continue to tick up. Going to get out of the smoke screen, reacquire the Yamato in no danger whatsoever of being detected. Launch some more torpedoes. He appears to be going quite slowly, and I lose spot of him. I don't really care about spotting him in this instance, because I don't care if the cruisers are able to shoot him or not. We've got this game wrapped up, and kind of I'm being greedy. I feel like not spotting him might lull him into a false sense of security, and maybe it does, because we finish him off there with 2 more torpedoes. That just leaves the Grossa Kurfürst, who is not going to stand up well to the sustained HE spam of my remaining cruiser teammates, and I'm never really going to catch him before we hit 1,000 points and win this thing. So, the moral of the story is, yes, triple destroyer divisions are toxic, but if you play the triple destroyer division poorly, that is, keep all of yourselves in the same position, don't spread out, don't spot, and don't go for multiple caps, then they're going to be toxic for your own team. And the positions you put yourself in, just saying, could give the enemy team a huge advantage, like they did my team here. And with that, the battle is concluded. We win. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already done that. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.